So we come to our next reform Essex County Councillor. And this is the councillor with portfolio for send. He's also the new Basildon Mayor. And oh dear me. Councillor Sam, I think it's pronounced Journet. I could be wrong about that. I think the T is silent, but anyway, let's stick to Sam. Sam has a troubling history in terms of his behaviour around other people that make him an extremely problematic choice for portfolio for send. There are, or possibly were, but we'll come to that, 55 outstanding complaints against Sam at Basildon Council about his behaviour towards colleagues on the council, from constituents and former colleagues. Sam wears camera-enabled glasses, which he claims are for protection. I'd like to ask him, protection from who or what? But certainly the constituents whose doors he knocks on whilst wearing them feel intimidated by his wearing them, and they certainly raise serious GDPR issues. The young disabled man that he filmed repeatedly in Basildon Town Centre, apparently to shame him, that he posted to social media repeatedly, calling this young man a terrorist and an example of broken Britain. That kind of behaviour is, that's serious bullying. And this is the new mayor and somebody with responsibility for the most vulnerable young people in the county and their educational needs. Now, he has removed that footage from social media, but the internet is forever. But he hasn't apologised for it, nor has he undertaken the training that he was asked to undertake afterwards as a result of it. So clearly he doesn't feel sorry for having done it. A former colleague of his, former councillor Sarah Shields, who has also left Reform now, was similarly bullied for her dyslexia over a number of months. Again, that's alleged, but I believe her. It's clearly a pattern. And if that's what he's like with adults and young adults, then there is serious concerns about how he would handle the casework for the youngest, most vulnerable, disabled people in the county. Now, I'm going to get to this particular point at this stage. I have seen discussed on social media that Sam is autistic. This is, first of all, certainly no reason nor an excuse for his behaviour, nor does it make him necessarily a good choice for the SEND portfolio holder, especially in light of his behaviour. And you would certainly be talking to the wrong autistic person here if you were to raise that as a defence or an excuse or a reason. So, let's put that now to one side. The former Labour leader of the council, Gavin Callaghan, a couple of days ago posted to social media that the Tory and Reform coalition, because Nigel Farage can say that he would never work with the Tories in coalition, but in councils up and down the land, Tories, the Reform and Tories are working together in coalition all the time now. So, I mean, don't believe a word that man says. He lies like he breathes. But Gavin Callaghan posted to social media that the Tories and Reform have changed the rules around the Standards Committee so that a single officer, the monitoring officer, can dismiss complaints unilaterally without any oversight. Of the 60-something outstanding complaints on the system at Basildon Council, 55 of them concern Sam. Now, Councillor Gavin Callaghan, hasn't said that this move is to benefit the new mayor, but he has said that it is corruption of the highest order. And he's certainly right about that. And it will certainly, I believe, benefit the new mayor. There is a very real possibility that those outstanding 55 complaints will disappear. If you are a parent in Essex with a child that has an EHCP that is up for review, if you are a parent with a child that you're trying to get an EHCP sorted out for, and God knows Essex has the worst track record, and I mean the worst. In terms of league tables, it is right up there as the top council for being the absolute worst. With the longest wait times, and I know, I have friends, and I feel your frustration. If you have any issues at all with the councillor with portfolio for SEND, make sure to take your complaints to Essex County Council, because if you have a problem with Sam, you're not going to be able to get Basildon Council to deal with this. In a little over a year's time, Essex County Council is going to be broken up as a unitary authority, at which point some of us will no longer have to deal with him in that way anyway. Some of us will. Some of us, on the other hand, will have to continue putting up with him. But for all of you out there with kids, with SEND, or who are requiring an EHCP, be aware. I will leave a link in the description box, in the comments, as a pinned comment down below, with more details about Sam and his corruption and his bullying and some of the impact of that, because otherwise I will be here all day. There's been an arrest, there's been nothing further with regard to that arrest. It's messy. But I've said this before and I'll say this again. Reform hate disabled people. They hate disabled people. If you are looking for the best person to handle the kind of casework that Essex Send Provision has, where you've got a huge backlog, where you've got some of the most vulnerable young people, you wouldn't, if in your right mind, you would not pick somebody with a track record of some of the worst ableist bullying I have ever heard of. And that's saying something, because I've been a disabled person's advocate for over 40 years now. So I'm going to keep my ear to the ground with regard to this one. No word yet on the standards investigation into Essex County Council Deputy Leader Russell Quirk. But as soon as there is, I will, of course, let you know. These things shall pass. Have a lovely day, lovely people.